to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish, and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Lining up to kick off and get this one started. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Michigan's offense will have the first possession of the game. So many legends in this game wore the winged helmet or the golden dome, and they'll try to live up to that rich heritage in this one.
Two of the winningest programs in college football, obviously going at it for big-time bragging rights.
Lots of national championships, lots of Heisman trophies shared between these two programs, and some of the best fans in all of college football as well.
Quarterback on the keeper. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Stoneburner. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Michigan. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Notre Dame's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
He's looking for a man on second down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Getting some heat. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Notre Dame lines up quickly. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets it away from his own end zone. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Going up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Looking downfield, it's Stoneburner. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the Wolverines get it past the sticks. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. It's a reverse. And the defense not fooled at all as they stop this play at the line. 2nd down coming up. Keeps it on the bootleg. Starting to feel a little pressure. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Michigan 14, Notre Dame 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Galladay. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They're going to run it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this. It's on 2nd down. Give to the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Just when they're looking run, now up top. That's caught. It's Darnold. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. He's going to pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They're setting up the screen. Open space on the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. He's looking downfield to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. To the air, it's Stoneburner. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. Notre Dame right back to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. You get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Penn State is ahead early at Happy Valley, but that's not exactly Saquon out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Hawaii. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They want to run it left here. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. From the gun, the ground game. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He gets a block. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a 1st down. He wants to throw. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Galladay. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside give.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job of finishing with his pads.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabs it in the middle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it! Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. At the 35, he's open. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. A shot toward the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. Leaves it with the running back. Keeps the legs moving. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Got his man quickly.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Michigan really took it to Notre Dame the last time they met, and Hail to the Victors was playing loudly.
It was playing loudly, and they beat the snot out of the Irish. And the
open runway ahead. The tag. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's got it and still on his feet. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Stoneburner. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anything. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way.
Comes out throwing on 1st down.
It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Eastern Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the catch. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The kickoff unit about to go to work. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They go to the draw. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. And now on 3rd down after that last run. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Quick handoff. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Stoneburner. Finds the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a short and heavy tackle on the tight end. third. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for him. And they got him for the sack.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
The Irish send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Boy, 3-and-out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Hauls it in. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Power football with the run. Shows him the stiff arm. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The play action fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Looking at a 2nd and short now. They go to the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for it all. Oh, and he gets downfield with a big catch. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They'll try the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Now they're going to throw it. He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. From the gun. Throws to the wideout. He makes the grab for the 2 and ties the game. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just...
Off he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down to the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Touchdown, Wolverines. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely over.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the catch and knocked down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of mud meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He'll rock one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot. The pass is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Hand off from the shotgun.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, wants to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
The Irish send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, David. To me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
Nothing too exotic about that blitz right there. That's just the middle linebacker coming right up the middle of the field in the teeth of that offensive lineman. Nobody accounted for him, and he gets home.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got the back over the middle. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his second catch of the game. We're essentially in a 2-minute situation. They have risen to the challenge. They knew coming in they were going to have to limit him, but I don't know if they even thought they'd be able to do this good of a job.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. Looking to throw, it's Stoneburner. He rifles one deep to the left. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Fires to the right. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
Number 12 in punt formation to kick it away.
Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to the playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes a connection. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They get a big win here and starting the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze. Where do I